Oh, hey everyone. First of all, well done for some awesome rides in today's prologue. It's great to see a lot of happy faces at the end. Hope you all enjoyed the new course, mixing things up a bit, and certainly a great way to get into things here at the Prospector. So we're going to run through stage one briefing for tomorrow's stage, the first big day of the weekend. Yes, familiar stage for some of you that have done this race before. We do have some changes out on the course, so certain areas will look quite a bit different, but start and finish once again at the Fraser Domain off Earnscleugh Road. As you can see here, this is closer to the Clyde end of Earnscleugh Road. So if you're traveling from Alexandra, it's about a 15-minute drive out here. If you're traveling from Clyde, it's all of 5 minutes just to get across the Cluth River to the Fraser Domain. So tomorrow we're looking at an 8 a.m. start. So this is for Wave A. We'll be starting at 8 a.m. Wave B will be starting a couple of minutes after. So we need everyone to be ready for that 8 a.m. start tomorrow. Of course, the sun rises around 7:30 at the moment, so it's going to be a bit dark and cooler in the morning. So just be ready for that. Okay, so we roll out of the Fraser Domain. We're on to Strode Road here. So this is we'll have a neutral rollout for the first kilometre. You'll be led out by a vehicle, and this will be neutral until this first corner. Once you send you off on your way here, you make your way through the back of some orchards and up into a first little climb, which is sure to warm you up and spread the groups out. So first little test of the day, drop over the hill into the Omeo Gully, and then into some more shorter climbs across to Conroy's Dam here. So for any spectators tomorrow, Conroy's Dam is a great place to get in and see the riders as they head out on the start of the stage. You can easily access this on Conroy's Road, again, just off Earnscleugh Road. So there's a lot of parking there, and you'll be able to see the riders cross the dam, come around the bottom and head off up into the hills. Again, if for anyone that's done this course before, you'll remember that there is a dam, like we do go across the actual dam itself, which is pretty narrow, and it's about 800 mil wide, so not much wider than your handlebars. So you may want to dismount to ride across this dam. It's about 50 meters long, so not long at all. Get across there safely, and then into this first long uphill stretch up to the high point of the day at Castle Rock. Pretty much the biggest climb of the whole race. Certainly is a tough one, and it gets pretty steep towards the top, so save something in the tank there if you can. Like I say, this is the high point of the race, and if you get a chance to take in the views while you're up there, it's well worth it. It's a pretty epic spot, and it's very, very cool area of Earnscleugh Station that we get to ride on once a year, so pretty special. Across the top and into this first big descent of the day, down at Omeo Gully back towards the aid station. So this descent is a four-wheel drive road or track. It's fast and open, but prone to ruts and hidden rocks. Stock also, beware, this is an active farm, so there's sheep and cattle in the area, so you just need to be wary of these things, and especially on this descent, if you're you need to keep your speed in check down here. Into the aid station, same place as it was last year, just at the start of the Fraser Road climb. So again, we have that bottle drop. If you like to use that, your bottles need to be dropped off at the race caravan half an hour before the race start, and they need to be clearly labelled so that you are able to identify your own bottles at the aid station. This year, we are able to allow spectators and supporters to feed you at the aid station. This is the only part of the course that they are allowed to assist you, and that's just in feeding. So you can get your own bottles given to you, and that's, like I say, that's just at the aid station. So that will help you move through there quickly. Onto the next big climb. It's a little bit it's less steep than the previous climb. It does drag on for some time to get up to the top and just about across to the Fraser Dam. So this is where the course varies. Once you're at the top here is where it varies from previous years. So we're going a little bit further along the road and heading on a track a bit further over towards the Cromwell Bannockburn side of the hill. Again, some pretty awesome views down that way as you cross these top paddocks, and then the steep descent down into the Fraser Wear, where there's a little river crossing. This descent, again, four-wheel drive farm road, prone to being loose from stock, cutting, roughing up the ground, moving rocks, things like that. So again, it's just important on these descents are often where you get caught out and pick up a bit much speed, and all of a sudden there's a rock and you can't avoid it. So make sure you get down here safely. This is an area that we have medics and marshals here, as well as throughout the course. Again, another change this year. Instead of heading down the Fraser Wear Road back towards Clyde, you are taking a sharp left pretty much straight after your river crossing. You're about a couple hundred meters, and then a short, steep climb up to the top of the Hawksburn hill, and roll along the top there before you link up with the Clyde enduro single track descent, which has become pretty famous from our Prospector races, also been used in other races in the past. It's one of the most fun single track descents you'll come across anywhere in any cross country mountain bike race. So it's great to see everyone finishing with a smile. It is a long descent. It takes you drop about 400 meters in elevation over 3 or 4 kilometers. So it does get pretty jarring towards the bottom. Again, we just want to see everyone getting down there safely, enjoying themselves, but also riding within their ability levels. Do be aware there aren't any. We don't send you on any tracks where you have to drop off rocks or do any cover any ground that's not where your wheels aren't on the ground. So you are able to ride these parts, but if you are not confident on any of the rocky sections, it's always best just to get off and walk, and again, you won't be off your bike for long before you can keep moving, and at least you're going to get to the finish safely. Bottom of the hill, we come out onto the Hawksburn Road there, quickly shoot across the road and head back into the hillside, a short little single track section through some trees before you drop back down to virtually just across the river from the Fraser Domain where you started. A short little loop out around to get over a bridge, come back into the start finish area. So all in all, it's a great day out and some very special country, and the weather looks good. It looks like it's going to be much similar conditions to what we had today. So of course, starting a bit earlier, so not experiencing too much of that hot afternoon sun, but I do expect it to still be pretty warm with the sun on your backs when you're heading up some of these hills. So stay well hydrated, sunscreen, look after yourselves. We'll have our awesome support team out there of marshals and medics on course to make sure you get through safely. So we look forward to seeing you there. Once again, we'll be putting any updates and notifications out on the WhatsApp group. So, if that someone's not on that, make sure you get them on there, and that's always the most effective and quickest way for us to get that important information out. But we will also send anything else that's vitally important out via email. But at this stage, we're all ready to roll and looking forward to seeing you there.